Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host Matrix Lloyd 212, and I am with the Memery. Hello, Memery.
King. How's it
So-
going, my man?
So you had an interesting video there.
I did have an interesting video. It's
It
been
was
taken
kind of
down
eye-opening.
now. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's about a certain man, a certain individual. He might be in this call right now.
Right. Yeah.
With a lot of interesting jokes, but it's been taken down now, so I don't think we need to worry about it anymore.
I know my girlfriend did not like it at all.
What did she say about it? What did she say about it?
She was really pissed. Here's the thing. I watched it and I liked it up until a certain point, but she hated it because she felt like, like my son saw it, my son Joe, and he's like, "Oh, this is funny. This is cool."
I'm a cool
and
guy.
He's like, "Don't take offense, Dad." But the other side of it is like, because my girlfriend's very protective, and she's like,
yeah, some of it was a bit edgy.
She's like, that stuff that was not true, that was put in there for comedy purposes, she's like, would be seen as people who are ignorant and not knowing, that they would see that as real and come after me and like a whole bunch of things, and they would never let it die. Sort of like what people have done to other people, like a joke created about dogs and stuff with someone else, and it keeps going on and on and on and on and on, never ends. So
yeah, I don't think you need to worry. I don't think anyone thinks you ate your child. I think you're okay there.
Right. So, but yeah. So there was a lot of interesting things in the Whovian community. A lot of things are happening in the world with COVID-19. And now we're back and doing podcasts, but before it was pretty rough for all of us.
Yeah.
We had the Everything Show anniversary yesterday, but we only got 2 out instead of the planned amount that I wanted, because a lot of people are going through the real life crisis that they just don't want to appear. It's a lot to take in and to deal with, and people are not ready to come back, and I understand that.
Who can you get on the show these days, out of curiosity?
Well, I mean, it's not that who I can or I can't. It's just that the focus is the reality. You know what I'm saying? People are losing loved ones to it. It's a serious thing. It is not a conspiracy thing. I lost a cousin, so it is very real, and it is very scary. But at the same time, a lot of people are not behaving the way they should, and they're making the virus a lot worse. And there's a lot of negativity, a lot of battling, and it's crazy. I mean,
yeah,
like
me and you had a nice old battle.
Right. A couple of weeks ago, someone tried to stab me on the train. So
What the fuck?
So I said this in the cast.
Oh yeah, I saw this. There was like a guy on the train who's gonna stab you, right?
And he was coming towards me. It was like something that, like, he's like going like this, and he's like this, and he's walking towards me, and he's like, whatever, like you're next or whatever. And then I just went like this, and he must have thought I was live streaming. He jumped down in his seat, and he put his head over his face, and he had the knife, and I took the picture of him. And then he ran out the moment the doors opened. The lady next to me was petrified. She was crying. She was scared. She called the police, but it was too late. And I got off my stop, and she got off the same stop, and she's like, "Oh my God, I thought he was going to stab us," whatever. So like, there are people, drugged out, crazy people out there, and now they're all coming out of the woodwork with this craziness. So we have to deal with that. So I mean, you have to deal with a lot of angry people. There are people that, it's hard to believe, but they just, like, they didn't, they go about their life. Maybe they were telemarketing, maybe there's something, and then when this thing happens, they're like a fucking supervillain, like protester, like lead, like rebellion, Terminator, resistance type of thing. And I'm like, and they like their role so much that they're unemployed and they're like breaking statues, that's what they want to do. So it's really weird scenarios.
I don't think people should care about the statues. They shouldn't care about them. They're just statues, Just smash them. Who cares?
I mean, these people are now, they become something else, and they don't want to go back to the way things are, and they just want to, like, scream.
Actually, I did see that.
It's
a lot of
weird.
people don't want to go back to normal life because they're like,
right.
"Oh, just want to stay inside. Like, I don't want to talk to people anymore. That sort of thing.
So we
It's
got
a bit
situations
depressing.
where you got to go back to the way things were. You can't be like, So it's crazy. It's crazy people. Maybe their lives, they lost their jobs, and they wasn't that appealing, and now they like this appeal, which is not a good appeal. It's not going to last forever. This whole protest and everything. It's not going to be like end of the world thing. But anyway,
any of the old Royal Whovians cast members, are they like protesting these days or anything?
I mean, I'm not really. Some of them are missing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if people are protesting or fighting or whatever. But I know that the Whovian community are battling during this lockdown
TARDIS
period.
zone. I saw that whole TARDIS zone. Tharies. TARDIS zone. I don't think he liked that video very much. I sent it to him as a joke, and he was like, "Why did you bully my friend?" That's the worst. That's more
A
worse
lot
than
of people did not take your sense of humor lightly because there's a lot of things going on, and I think I'm sensitive, everybody's sensitive, and it's like
who else got?
It's bad timing, maybe, but
Also, my comment timing was quite good. Who else got annoyed out of curiosity apart from
I
your
can tell you the truth.
TARDIS
Everybody that talked to me, other than my kid Joe, did not like the video.
Wait, who have you spoken
to? It was like 99%.
Who have you spoken to about it?
I'm not gonna say directly. I've spoken to a lot of Whovians, and people were not. You have to understand, like right now, Whovians are getting death threats and threatened, and like seeing something like this, and then it's like, okay, this is an add-on to crazy stuff happening. So people are just like very weary of that. And I jumped at it at first, and then my son's like, "Dad, that was funny. It was pretty funny." And I was like, "Yeah, but certain things, like it's one thing to make a joke, and I know to make a fake joke for humor, but I was going through massive shit situation."
Yeah, no, I understand. That's why I kind of took it down.
Deep
I also
shit.
thought I think some of the jokes were a bit forced as well. Like when I was going on about
somebody else.
A certain other member of the podcast who shan't be named.
Yeah, that stuff is still continuing. So because of the video, so there's a lot.
Wait. What are you referring to?
I'm saying stuff that you brought up is still. You caused some damage, I guess, for people.
Okay, tell me after the show.
Anyway,
don't do it online.
Right,
live,
but anyway, I understand you're the memery, so that's what you do.
Yeah, the memery indeed, as my name says.
The memery. But yeah, so we're doing Doctor Who cast now, and we're starting to see people that were for the Timeless Child all of a sudden going against the Timeless Child because they're realizing that it's absolutely ridiculous that
what flip-floppers
the Doctor could never die ever. You get a paper cut, you can regenerate. I mean, it's like there's nothing to stop him from ever dying ever, and it's boring. So, like, there's no situation that he could just regenerate no matter what. Like all the rules that they said before about, if you regenerate, somebody shoots you while you're regenerating. He could still regenerate like constantly. So, the evidence is when he actually died on the table, like the regeneration energy kicked in after he was dead, laying there, and then he became the 8th Doctor. So, it's just a thing that people are now realizing that that's a stupid storyline, and it's taking away the magnificence of the Time Lords and how great they are, and how proud he is to be called a Time Lord. Now it doesn't mean shit because it's like he created the whole society, and what's the society that he came from, really? So he's not even from our universe, so it takes away the whole thing. Like, why the fuck does he care anyway? So it's like it's just because, again, he could have been 50 people before he even came to our universe as a child. So you just never fucking know. So it just ruins the whole I mean, I believe the first Doctor is the first Doctor. You know,
I know what you mean. I think I don't give a shit about the continuity too much. I think people are. This is my opinion on like the whole Whovian community a bit. I understand why everyone's passionate about it, and I think, in particular, I find your passion very admirable, Joe. I think it's very good, but like, I think some people are like, I don't know. I think some people take it a bit too like personally, if that makes sense.
Right. Like some people,
I feel like like I mean, like people.
Everything
I
they
remember
do all day long.
There was a guy, I can't remember what he was called, but a while back, like, and he was contacting cast members of the show, and he was like saying to them, "Oh, I really rated your performance, but you're really annoying the fans." It's like, like that's not going to help you. Just like telling the guy Sacha Dhawan, "Oh, we don't like what's going on," isn't going to change it. Like, I mean, I don't get why people care so much. I know sounds mean to say, but it kind of is just a TV show. Like, I mean, it's not like the end of the world. It's not like you suddenly like all the money in your bank account has gone missing because it's been like hacked by like a fucking criminal or something. It's not like that bad, but you think by the way people react, it was that bad.
See, the thing is, like, I will do this cast, and then I'll turn it off.
Yeah,
and then I'll go out there in the world and work.
Yeah.
Right. Some people don't do that. Some people are just it's still on, and this is all they do all day long, and nothing against it. I mean, mind you, that this is their job, and this is how they make their money, and they just talk about Doctor Who.
I mean, it's fair enough. But I mean, like at the end of the day, right? It's not like you've lost your money because of this TV show. It's not like someone's like.
But we've done other things. Like I originally created the Everything Show 7 years ago because I felt, well, there's other stuff other than Doctor Who.
Exactly.
And we can't always talk about Doctor Who. There may be a time Doctor Who's off the air. So what are the real Whovians going to talk about? We're going to talk about movies, comics, video games, the Everything Show.
The thing is, like, I'm not going to name names or anything, but I go on YouTube and I just see these videos, and they all look really boring to me because it's always like the same thing these people are posting over and over again. Be it like positive about it, be it negative about it. It always seems like the same video over and over again, and the same points over and over again. I'm not, in my opinion, it's just a bit like. I was going to say monotonous. It just kind of it doesn't. I don't like it that much. It's kind of like, why do these people care so much? It's like they think by spreading awareness they're actually going to make a change, but it's literally a TV show. It's not like a social movement. It's not like Black Lives Matter, is it? It's not like
the way they look at Doctor Who is the longest running science fiction show in history.
Yeah, but like the way they talk about it,
and it's more than Star Wars and Star Trek. It's been around before.
Well, it's been around for a pretty similar amount of time to Star Trek.
I mean, it's been around, I think, longer than Star Trek. Star Trek
I know it's been 66. I know it's been around a bit slightly.
Star Trek was 66, I think.
Yeah, that's like 3 years different. So I mean, I don't. In my opinion, I don't.
3 years that Doctor Who was established that people could take.
I have the same problem with like Star Wars people and like Star Trek people. Like they care too much. Like I find this show more entertaining, to be honest.
Well, I'm also a Trekkie. Also, I mean, I watched everything too.
Star Trek is good.
I don't talk about it lately, but I know my stuff when it comes to things, and I don't really like any of the new stuff lately, like Discovery. You know, I'm not a fan of the way. I think it's completely different from the way Star Trek was, and I think that the people doing it don't really have a grasp of exactly how Star Trek works.
Right.
Like when you make a Vulcan look like something out of Lord of the Rings, you're stealing. And then you're doing weird shit like
I don't know about stealing. I mean, it's not like,
you're copying your plagiarism. Whatever. They're starting to do weird shit like Klingons eating people, and I'm like, their honor would be a dishonor to eat people. It's like Vulcans have emotions. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
I have a question though about this. Does Star Trek doing that impact your life to a great extent?
No, I mean
that's my point, though, isn't it? It's my point. It's not like the way people talk about this, right? It's like Oh my god, it's like on the same level. It's like it's like the same passion with which people who were up, like when people found when the George Floyd thing happened, right? It's like their reaction to a show changing the continuity of it is exactly the same as when like an innocent black man gets killed by the police. Like, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to me. I understand caring about a TV show, right? I understand caring about it.
Now you're getting controversial. I know. I mean, the thing is, there's a whole thing behind that. We can go into another show about it. I don't really, but it's there's a reason why people get deep into that is because that the people are treated unfairly, like of a race by
Exactly. That's true.
and then
But,
and they're tired of it. They're tired of it happening every single week.
Exactly.
Every
it's terrible.
single month.
It's terrible.
Just change the way that they the cops are trained so it doesn't happen like that. But it's not changing, and that's the whole point. Is that like they're seeing it as cops see everybody as criminals, and they don't even listen to them, and they just start using abuse of power and physical and just listen to the person once in a while.
That's not my point. That's not my point, though, Joe. My point is because I don't want to get into a political discourse because I don't like stating my proper political opinions in public. Right. Although I'll say I'll support Black Lives Matter and leave it at that.
Right.
I think that the kind of community of fandoms, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like when I see I'm allowed to say this guy's name because he's like so commonly mentioned by like Balstrek, and then he's like so extreme in his opinions. He's so aggressive about them, right? It's like, I don't get why he cares so much. I feel like he's just doing it to pull in views at this point. But I mean, if he does actually care that much, then I'm a bit worried about
people's character, though.
I know it's part of people's character, but I mean, like, to care that much.
But this is why people watch him, because they're very interested in he's passionate about.
No, it's because they agree with him.
He's passionate about things, and the way he formulates the videos, he takes time out to bring out all his points and everything.
It's his job, though, isn't it?
No, actually, he's not. He has a real job.
Oh, no. Fair enough then. Fair enough.
No, he's taking off. He's taking off actually for like a month now, because he's doing stuff with his job. So like he keeps taking off like from YouTube to do his job. So it's not his real thing.
His videos are better constructed than most people's, right?
Oh yeah, and I think that's what people are jealous about. I think, honestly.
No, it's not because they're jealous. It's because his opinions. He turns this issue into politics at a certain point. Like, I remember watching a video where they're like, diversity hire. It's like, come on, that's not why it's bad. That might be true, possibly, but I mean, he doesn't know that. The thing is, the reason you don't enjoy it isn't because they hired someone who was of an ethnic race. If that is why he hates it, then
no,
that's kind of racist, isn't it? But then on the other side, it's just other people annoy me as well. It's just like people getting so angry at the other side for disliking it. It's like, come on, man. People like and dislike things, okay? This is democracy, isn't it? And I mean, the way people are treating it, it's like the same way people talk about like Donald Trump or something. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Joe? It's ridiculous.
It's people just they get so like they blame everybody for one thing, and it's not that person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when it comes to like the virus, like the governor and the mayor of the states are responsible for the state, and you want to blame one person, like the president, of everything. Like, it's his fault. There was a volcano.
Well, it's easy to blame one part. It's easy to blame a figurehead, isn't it?
The volcano was angry because they don't like his face, so it just killed everybody. It's like, no.
I mean, that's why people go after Bolshevik, because he's the most famous of these people. Even though I think there are people that probably are a bit more extreme than him.
Famous people that they go after. See, the thing is, they latch themselves onto This is what bothers me about. This is more than Doctor Who. This is what bothers me about the internet, is that there are YouTubers out there that want to be famous,
right?
And they want to be famous so bad that when something happens to a big YouTuber, they latch onto it like flies to shit, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
So these, excuse my language, these motherfuckers, like when something happens and, you know, they want to be cancel culture, they'll make all these fucking videos that they've never done before about, let's say, Shane Dawson or this one. And they're like, I got the inside scoop. And then they got like hundreds of thousands of videos.
Isn't it, a bit?
And the next thing you know, it's like, who the fuck were these motherfuckers? I've never even seen these assholes before.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how the fucking intro,
and they got a fucking, they got an intro, they got a fucking personality. Who the fuck are these assholes? Right? So my whole
they're not exactly drumroller, are they?
Right, no, it's hysterical. Like, look, here's the thing. And this has nothing to do with Doctor Who, but I have to bring it out as a point. You know, people do stupid shit in their life, right? But they
making that video,
making videos, but they evolve, most of them, where they're not the same person like 10 years later. So I'm very against, like, say, them firing the guy that's a the guy from The Flash, from tweets from 10 years ago. When
that's
past couple of years he hasn't fucking said anything negative. He's done charity work. He's done this. And
but that's what, Joe, that's what happens though in the modern times. People,
10 fucking years ago.
Before, people are so easily offended, right? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think you're actually quite a reasonable bloke compared to most of these people. But I mean, take for instance, like, I don't know, like what your son said about my video. My video is pretty obviously a joke, right?
Right.
People get upset with that video.
The generations are different. His generation would see that as funny.
Yeah.
My generation would not see that as funny, and then they would make a whole bunch of things like, "Oh, I saw this video about Matrix Lord. What a dick!" And it's like they don't even fucking. This happens. Like this would happen. This would happen, and then you have 50 assholes on Twitter saying the same shit, and then it magnifies like fucking craziness. So that's the point: is that there's many different generations on Twitter and YouTube that have different mentalities.
Yeah, but I mean, take for instance, like the TARDIS zone in Tharis thing, right? What happened there? Like that blew up. It was just like
right.
It didn't help, but Tharis was like critiquing him like he was the worst person on the internet.
Right.
And he made up no good points for it.
Right. See, the thing is, first of all, instead of talking about Doctor Who, you're fucking picking somebody out of like all these people, and you're making a fucking live stream. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. What an asshole. And I was pretty pissed about it because I'm like, why would you fucking do that? You know, just like you made the video about me, I was kind of hot about it, right? But
yeah, but I mean, my one was a joke, right?
Different. It was different. It was different. This guy made a hashtag F Noel, and he kept fucking getting. He basically rallied people up, and then he goes on the video. I don't want, like you did. You said fuck.
Well, he did. He
what's the word? When you say a word, say fuck Matrix Lord. That means we're gonna fuck Matrix Lord. We're gonna fucking rip the pants. We're gonna fucking attack.
My video. You know the video I made. That's why I put at the end, right?
Right.
That I didn't think you were that bad. You know.
Right.
I think like that when I watched that video, I was a bit like, he made no good points. He's clearly just trying to get like he's trying to make a bit of attention, right? I think he's a bit of a. I don't want to lie. This is my guess. I think he is. He's not mentally challenged. I wouldn't say that. I just think he's a bit of a confused guy. I know that sounds a bit weird to say. Harry's, yeah. And I mean, no.
I'm not going to get into a battle with Darius, but I'm just going to say that I 100,000,000% did not agree with what he did. And
some of the footage of some of the things that Nolan said are bad. Some of the things Nolan said were bad, right?
No, I know, definitely. But I just did not. Not that I want to take sides, but I was totally not happy with what I saw, because this is what's going to happen now. If you think that you could make a live stream and you could mention a person and bash the fucking shit out of them, first of all, it goes against YouTube's policy and procedure standards. Right. you will lose your fucking channel. And if they're distracted, you're not going to lose your channel. But at some point in time, you're going to lose your fucking channel because they don't tolerate bullying or going after people. That's not the way YouTube works.
They didn't make it funny. They didn't make it funny. That's
he made it deadly serious. And then when it did get deadly serious, where that was the intent, when you say fuck someone, common fucking sense.
And then he brought in that lounge lizard guy, and they were cracking jokes to the end of the video, and it was just like,
right. And then
I didn't really understand his intent.
But then he got left alone. Like Lounge Lizard realized that was wrong, and then Darius was by himself. And then Darius made a video the other day that he's not, he's done with the whole, he's not, whatever it is.
Oh, but fucking backing out. Fuck it.
Okay. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
The damage is done.
I was like this because I wanted to go fucking full-fledged right at him and just fucking oh my God. But I was like back.
That would have been very entertaining, Joe.
I said a few things, and then I'm like, let me calm the fuck down because this little pecker. I was like pissed. I was really angry.
This little pecker.
I was really angry because I'm like, who the fuck is this asshole? Because he's the way I saw it, and I could be wrong, but he was with Tarzone, and he was fucking, friends. He even went after me. When he thought when I was fighting, when me and Noah were fighting, he fucking talked shit to me, Darius. Like when I would go up with my friend or whatever. And then he shut the fuck up. Like when we made up, whatever. And then he's like all friendly and nice. And to me, I just saw him as a fucking hypocrite, flip-flopper, for the moment person. So when he surpassed Noah in subs, and then all of a sudden he's bashing Noah, I was like, he's an asshole. I was pissed. Like my mind was made up. But I'm not going to get involved in that whole battle thing because I would love to talk to him. But I don't see that as good as his first channel. We're supposed to be talking about Doctor Who, and now you're going after people. You're basically having a tube war, which I've been in. People have gone to war with me with the YouTube wars. Like
I almost did, in fact, twice.
Right, there was Whovian tube wars that have happened, and thank God I'm surviving from it. But like,
what did you think? Fucking Philip Archer was going to shoot you or something?
I'm not against Philip Archer. I don't know what the hell.
No, I know you got nothing against Philip Archer. I was just saying because you're like, I'm so glad I'm alive, as if like someone was going to kill you.
For you to go to war with me, you just want to do casts. There's no other, like, you don't have anything personal against me. You're like,
nah,
I want to do a cast. This motherfucker don't want to do a cast. Who the fuck does Major Floyd think he is? Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I'm going to meme his ass. It's like, no, asshole. I'm dealing with shit out there in the real world that I'm not giving YouTube the time of day, and it's not anything personal.
But no. I only troll you for the meme. I only troll you.
Right. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I think you're a good guy, though.
Right, so, but look, here's the thing. My take is, and again, I'm not trying to have battles. I'm giving my opinion about certain things. I mean, do I know the whole overall picture? No. Some people want to educate me about it. That's fine. But I do want to talk to Darius about it because I felt even though
we should get him on the show.
Even though it's over, it's not over. And I didn't want to talk to him because I have an opinion of him. I'm probably gonna get him in a Who Fire if he comes. I don't know because I think he thinks he's above all that. So
Joe,
we'll see.
Joe, I actually have a suggestion. Okay, I think your show is like a good like venue for like an actual conversation.
Well, the Who Fire has actually brought about peace between
exactly.
You. And you came into Who Fire.
I did actually. But I think what would be good is you host it, and then you get Noel, and then you get fucking Taris, and you can bring in. Like both their crews if you want. You can bring like the lounge lizard, you can bring that rabbi bloke.
Right? I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not.
No, not for the views. I mean, just
I just want fucking
to get it sorted out.
I want peace because here's the thing. I respect. Look, regardless of what anybody, I don't care what anybody's opinion is when it concerns my opinion. My opinion is I like Noel. I like his family. And I don't like that he was getting death threats. That was like really bad. And it was definitely apparent when you say something like fuck a person, meaning let's fuck this person up. And if you say on a fucking video, like, oh, you're an asshole, you're stupid, fucking twat, asshole, that you're saying you didn't know that this was going to happen. Twat, I said, whatever. But to say you didn't know that you were going to create this, you're a fucking idiot. So this is why I would want to talk to that person, just because I just can't get over how fucking dumb doing something like that is, and then something happens from it.
I think,
and you don't realize that's going to happen.
Not for the views though, but I do think you should get Noel and him on here, and then.
Well, I want to talk. Here's the thing, like I want to talk to Darius. I want to know. I want to know the mindset of what the fuck that was about.
And also,
because I did not like that at all.
I think the problem with this situation, part of it is there's no like proper communication to both sides. It's just them insulting each other over the internet, really, isn't it?
I mean, here's the thing: if Doctor Who was on, would this happen?
Probably. I think it probably.
You still think it would happen?
I think it probably would. I think it might have. Because they're quite. I don't know. This is my view. I think that Noel is quite an emotional person, which makes him a very easy target.
I think
Darius is like. I understand both sides on Noel. I'm kind of undecided, to be perfectly honest. He kind of hates me, so you know. And I think Darius. I think he's. I don't even think he's 18 yet, mate. I think he's just a bit confused in life. I know that sounds like such a retarded excuse, but like I think he is a bit confused. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah. He doesn't know how certain things are yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should do a cast with the two of them. Genuinely, I'll come on if you want, and I'll. If you're a nice guy, right? We'll play good cop, bad cop.
We had that when we had that whole thing with Noel, and it was like the Not My Doctor Who guy that took the hashtag originally. John the White. Yeah. That was an interesting one. That was an interesting one. But,
that was one of the most entertaining ones I've seen, I think.
That was an interesting one. I just want peace in the Whovian community, and that you know, I could even talk to them off air. It's not even anything has to be on air, but we'll see. But anyway, with Doctor Who, like people need to like. Doctor's not going to come back for a little while, with the exception of the special. So the special is probably going to be New Year's Day, and then Doctor Who knows when the hell it's going to film and air a new series, you know. So I think that's what people are going to lose their shit, because for 2 years that there's not a talk about Doctor Who. There's going to be Battle City, you know.
Battle City, yeah.
Yeah, like people are just going to be.
I know what you mean. Crazy. I think people would still have this kind of issue with Noel though. I think people would still go after him, because think about it, right? Bolstrek, think about it. He's not that. He's quite a cold guy. He's more dry, if that makes sense, than Noel. Noel is extremely emotional, and he has shown it on his show many times. That's an observation. I think that
people I like Noel. This is not I'm not bashing Noel at all. I like Noel, and there was a time we were enemies. It got crazy, but like
I can imagine.
But everything's fine now, and I think he's very passionate about Doctor Who. Like when I started doing this, I was doing like 5 casts a day. I was doing videos a day. I was doing this, and then it slowed down a little bit because my new job now, I work more, so I can't devote more time to the YouTube. But if I wasn't working, then I'd be fucking like flooding videos on Doc. Like when I first started, it's like we do 1,000 videos a year, you know, podcasts, videos. So like last year we did more. We did like 1,300 videos for the year. That's including like my other channels that I tried to do, you know. And then it went down a little bit now because of this whole COVID thing. But I don't even know if we're gonna have 1,000 videos by December. But
we got some more messages in the. We got some messages.
Oh yeah.
I just thought I should point that out.
No, I definitely like I said, I think Noel got a bad rap, and I think that the Darius thing was just not cool in my eyes.
Yeah,
not cool at all.
I feel like it's a bit.
I said a few things, but it wasn't really my place, and I'm like, I shouldn't really be getting involved in that because it's between those two. But I said a lot of 2 cents in there.
I think you should get Darius on a Who Fire though, and like not necessarily lecture him, but just like try and figure out his thought process. I'm quite a good debater, So
I do want to know what the fuck was in his mindset doing it, but this is the things. So here's the thing: when people grow in YouTube, it gets to their fucking head sometimes.
Yeah.
Or not even in YouTube, but in other things, and they become like who the fuck they are, like they're above everybody. Like there are certain people that I interact with that little fame hits, and they think who the fuck they are now, and they don't need to talk to little old me or whatever. And I'm like, what an asshole, right? But they'll fucking find out, and then they'll be like, oh hi, how are you, man? Just you're like, fuck you. It's like, people don't know how to act. Like if they get rich or some shit, they start becoming like fucking scumbag. But like they don't know how to act a little bit. And then the ego just gets inflated so much it's gonna fucking pop.
I don't know if it's that. I just think he wanted to make that video because I think he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder in a way. Bad Wolf 66. I just saw your comment. I don't if that Theory's being manipulated behind the scenes. I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. I feel like this is just him and like his own like opinions. I genuinely think he thinks what he says. I get that impression. Would you agree, Joe?
I think that there are people that are influencing what he's doing, and then he listens to people too much, and then they back off, and then he's left with the bullshit. I think that
who do you think's manipulating?
I'm not looking to start like shit, but I'm just saying that there are people in his ear, and then they back away from it. He's left holding the bullshit. I think that people robbed him up to do it, and then they left him, and then he's like, I want to end this. Because it's just he was used as a pawn and a chess piece to go after Noel when people don't have the balls.
Who is?
It's pretty fucking apparent. Like I'm not gonna make this. It's pretty fucking apparent who is riling him up. Bad Wolf knows. Anyway.
Okay. Tell me after the show who you think it is, because I'm not like that well versed. Tyrese hasn't really matured yet. No, he hasn't. I don't think he has. I don't think he's particularly. I don't think he's an adult yet. If I'm right, that's just a guess. I don't think he's particularly mature.
Well, I think he's a bit. It's a thing. You have to when you grow up. You have to know if someone's trying to pull your strings or push you in a direction. It's very apparent. Like if someone keeps pumping him, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then he does that, and then when he looks around to the corner and nobody's there, it's like, oh, they just pushed him in there to do that because they didn't have the balls, So it's just, I am not for the Whovian battles, and whenever there's a battle, it's like somebody coming after you, and it's like, shut the fuck up, like why can't you just comment me and I am, instant message me or DM me instead of going on the grand scheme of the platform and like Matrix Lord's a dick, and it's like what, and they just go to like shout at the freaking mountain on top of the mountain, like look at me, I'm bashing Matrix Lord or something. It's like, and then it's like it takes off, So I think people just need to communicate with each other and just send a message back and forth to each other rather than. They'll go on the comment section, or they'll go on Twitter, or they'll go here or there, and they'll start talking smack. And then you have
Joe. A bit of an update. Tharies is on stream right now. Just thought I should let you know. I don't know. He's on stream right now. Okay. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what he's streaming about.
Well, I just say that what I would like to have a conversation with him, but it shouldn't be you go after anybody. Do your own content, do your own stuff, show off how great you are. If Doctor Who is your thing, do these, constructive, create these well planned out videos and do your stuff. Don't turn your channel into I'm gonna bash this person this week or bash this person this week. Because the thing is, when he did that and he wants to turn it off, he can't turn it off because all these people came to his channel when he was bashing a person. So now that he wants to turn it off, will it be able to be turned off? No, probably not. So that's the whole point. It won't be turned off unless there's a conversation with the two of them, I think. you know, you don't get to choose when you don't get to choose when it gets turned on or off because you just created your audience. So you can't silence your audience now. So if he's been bashing the shit out of somebody for fucking a month, and then he's like, all right, I'm done with it. You may be done with it, but you've created this whole thing where people are not done with it. So that's the point. It's just you gotta end it the right way. And you know, I think that he has potential to be a big YouTuber. He has potential to be a big YouTuber. It just, but you can't go about it.
I wouldn't go that. I don't think he's going to be the next. I don't think he's going to be the next Leafy is here.
I didn't say that, but I'm just saying that I just think that, and Leafy is here did comment on a video about like one time with me. I didn't even know who he was.
Wait, he commented on a video about you?
Yeah, and I actually deleted. I think I deleted the video, and I think I blocked him because I really didn't know who he was at the time.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
you are a bit of a meme, Joe. You are a bit of a meme.
Yeah, so
in the best way possible.
But it's just a thing where I think everybody does their own thing. Show off how great you are with your own videos. See what happens. Don't use if you have to step on somebody to rise, you're not rising.
True.
You got to rise on your own, and then this has happened to me.
He has done that. I think he kind of does it, but I don't know. Right. I'm actually curious to see whether Saris mentions you in his stream. I think.
Well, here's the thing. Cool. He probably will because I mentioned him, but I don't think
he watches your videos though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, but the thing is, I just find that, you know, it's the wrong thing to do to go after somebody, and especially with the, you know, if you're about part of Doctor Who community and there's nothing going on with Doctor Who, and now all of a sudden you're going after that person, that becomes the focus, and then you have people latching on to that. So,
but by the way, people in the chat, if he does mention Joe, put it in the chat, right? So then we know. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to bother watching his video.
Listen, like I said, I gave my opinion. He knows my opinion. I'm not going after him. I'm just saying it was a fucking wrong thing to do.
You're not. If
I was going after him, if people would fucking be like, "Oh shit, I can't wait to see what he says next." No, I'm not. Totally not. So I have other things to do. Like I have to work today. I have other videos I want to do. You know, I have to do a video with David Aston. So, I'm not going after him. I'm just critiquing, basically.
So did you say you got another video to do? You got another video to do?
Yeah, I have to do stuff with people. So like, I promised you the 11 o'clock slot.
You did. You know? You did.
And I don't mind
coming on another one. I don't mind coming on another one.
No, I know, but there's certain things that have to be separate. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You and I will continue. No, you and I will continue another day. I didn't get to talk to David Aston that much, so I want to talk to him.
Out of curiosity, who are there people you've specifically separated me from who I'm not going to be on the same stream?
No. You in your mind are creating this whole fantasy world that separated you. People they don't know who the fuck you are. David Aston don't know who you are.
No. I thought it was because you said about the video I made, and you.
No. Some people don't know. Listen, some people don't know who you are. Other people do know who you are, and it's nothing against you. It's just he doesn't pay attention to like whatever's going on YouTube.
Oh no, no. But the people who do know who I am, have they said they don't want to be on cast with me?
No one has told me anything about not being on a cast with me. If that's what you're asking. No.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, no. And you'll be on more casts. It's just that I'm working this week, so it's crazy. I usually have stuff to do before work, but I gave you a forum, and I'm gonna have David Aston on. No, there will never be peace, Bad Wolf, because everybody's just, you know.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so it is what it is, Bad Wolf. All we are saying is give peace a chance. It's not happening, though. But, you know, whatever. All right, David. I'm coming. All right. David wants to do it. I know, David. We're going to do one very soon. Okay, so thank you, Memory. It's been fun. Okay. we'll be back with you this week. The podcasts are back. I'm going to try to get as much as possible out there as I can.
I don't mind doing ones with other people, honestly.
I know, and you will.
Thank you. It's just because I'd like to meet the other famous members.
If you notice the cast have been consisting of one person lately because everybody's doing their own thing. It's not because they don't want to do a cast with the memories. So it's a little hard to get.
No. It's just I thought they might want to do it on their own or something.
Right. I mean, I will do a cast with you with a whole bunch of people, but as soon as I can.
Hey,
as soon as they're
thank
able.
you.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoy.
To come on.
Right. All right. So here's the thing. Please don't take this stream as anything towards the effect of battling. It's observing. We're huge Doctor Who fans, and that was just critique. Well, I don't know about you. You're mean. Maybe you're not. Maybe, next week you'll be memory of Supergirl or something, if that's popular. I don't know. But anyway.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. But just critiquing certain things. Just do your Doctor Who videos. Do your theories. Do your artwork. Do your thumbnails. But don't go after anybody. That's the whole thing. All right.
Unless
thank you, guys.
2-on-2, then it's fair game.
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Don't listen to it. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.